Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Julie and I'm an adult doll collector. Today I just wanted to talk to you about some of the videos I've been seeing out there from other Reborn doll collectors. And it has to do with talking about what kind of collector you are. So I was just going to talk about my collecting style, and I do want to hear from you all in the comments below what your collecting style is. As you can see here, I have a fairly fancy doll nursery. That's very important to me, to have a really beautiful room for my dolls and super duper fancy. Most of the collectors I see out there, I do feel a little bit kind of out in my own boat, I guess is the only way to describe it. So I don't go for like the cozy realism. I obviously like super realistic looking dolls. They really do appeal to me, but I started this hobby really just loving dolls, and they have not taken the place of babies for me. And I know a lot of people relate with being a reborn mommy, which I kind of feel that way too, but to me, they are dolls. And my favorite part of collecting is shopping for them and dressing them, sharing box openings with you guys, and kind of just building up my collection, to be honest with you. So as you guys can see here, I have a nautical theme here in this room. I always dress all of my dolls kind of in a theme. I did used to kind of break them up in different themes in the room, but from an aesthetic point, I don't enjoy looking at that. So I usually will change all of my dolls to kind of match. And that's a big part for me, is dressing them. And I don't do a lot of photographing. I wish I did, but I really enjoy dressing them. It is my absolute favorite part of collecting dolls. I have learned, I did start on the lower end of some Reborns, right, cost-wise, and I also went with a lot of Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries, Lee Middleton. I still have a collection of Lee Middleton and Ashton Drake. I really love those two brands. I actually eliminated and sold all of my Paradise Galleries dolls. And it was just really because I had to pick and choose the type of dolls I wanted to collect, because I was overflowing on dolls. I do, as you can see, have kind of a mix of realistic baby items in here. The doll pram in that corner is a true doll pram. The bassinet in here was my kids, and I just bought the fancy cover for it, and I love it. It displays my dolls really well. But yeah, I'm not doing the really super cuddly looks. I don't sleep with my dolls, guys. My favorite part is really just kind of holding and snuggling with them as I dress them, and making them look beautiful. It's interesting, guys, because I kind of realized like I'm sort of in my own world with that as a Reborn doll collector. So, and I hear it talked about almost like, oh, these dolls aren't meant for that. But you know, we all make this hobby work for us the way we like it to. And that is just my style, guys. Again, I'm a true doll collector, and I enjoy the art of these dolls. I think they are magnificent. And you will see I'm fairly selective on the dolls I buy in Reborns. I mean, I have bought and sold some, and that's because I just run out of room, to be honest with you. So I kind of have to pick and choose the ones I keep. Typically, it's a sculpt that will hook me. If I have found a doll that I love, it is based on sculpts, and I find the one that appeals to me. I have crossed over, you guys, into the silicone world. So I am looking for a silicone doll now, and I never ever thought I would want that because of their price point, but they seem so fun. And this is the play factor. This is what I'm talking about with the type of collector I am. I like to play. I want to play. I feel like it keeps me youthful, the play factor to it. If I'm doing kind of the nurturing mother thing, yes, it is fun. And it does have fulfillment in that regard. But I am also a mother in real life. So, you know, I do have to have a separation for the two. And I'll be honest, guys, I can't just lump my dolls and say they're as important as my kids. And now I know everybody's in different situations, and some people, you know, don't have children. And this is a therapeutic hobby that helps them with that. I believe for me, what really intrigued me was I was at the end of my 30s, just turning 40. And I think that's what intrigued me, because I still had that itch to like have another child, and we weren't going to do that. So I felt like this was kind of the next best thing for me to kind of scratch that itch. And it has. It's been wonderful, you guys. Like, I love that part of it. I mean, I look at beautiful little baby faces every day. I get to dress them. But I do want to take it to the next level and experience a silicone. And so I'm just on the hunt with that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I have to laugh and say that some of the comments I see are, you know, I don't see babies all dressed up out in the world. You know, they're in cuddly clothes and, you know, this kind of thing. And the funny thing is, truthfully, guys, I always dressed my real children up. So like little Cammie here, she kind of represents like a 2-year-old child. My daughter was dressed very similar to that on a regular basis. Hair bow with Mary Jane's. In fact, my little Adelaide down there in the sailor dress, she's wearing my daughter's old Mary Jane's. And little Saskia, he's actually wearing my son's old shoes as an infant. But I always had my kids dressed to the nine. This resculpt from Bountiful Baby is actually dressed in my son's old outfit. So, you know, it's not a super fancy outfit, but I always had them in matching shoes and outfits and hats. And it was just something I enjoyed doing with my children. I liked dressing my own children like dolls, if you really want to know. And I think for me, that's why dolls are such a fun option after I wasn't going to have more children, was I wanted to experiencing having babies again and making them sweet and cute and doing all the fun stuff. But it's nice because the responsibility of actually taking care of a baby, waking you up all night, being sick. Oh my gosh, guys. That is the hardest thing about having children in itself, is how sick they get when they're little, and you get everything they get. And, you know, I work full time. So it was something that was very difficult and hard on my career as they were little. And I would do it again over and over. I'm not saying that it's a burden to the point where it's not worth it. It's absolutely worth it. But it does make life hard, especially if you are in a job where you don't work with people that have children. So the understanding level is not the same. And it's like, gosh, you know, they're always looking at you like, what's going on with you? And in fact, guys, my kids were exposed to COVID at their school, and they did get COVID. So far, my husband and I have not gotten it, and my kids are now testing negative. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of negatives to having a real baby, as wonderful as they are. So anyway, I just wanted to share this little video and get your thoughts on this topic, you guys. I do see a lot of comments out there. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in my own world with the type of collector I am. And do I kind of feel like an outsider as a collector? Yeah, so I'm just not sure how I feel about that, guys. I mean, it never feels good to feel like you're not part of a crowd, I guess, when you consider yourself part of something. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because it was, I don't know why or how, but I somehow have stumbled across these videos recently. I think the comments that struck me was, you know, you never see babies dressed up out in the real world, and, you know, they're in comfy clothes and that kind of thing. But I really believe that depends on the parent's style. We are in a time where everybody is more casual. In fact, I joke with my husband all the time and say that COVID killed fashion, because we will go to nice restaurants. I mean, we haven't in a while because where I live, everything is so locked down. I live in a part of the country that has been really, really suppressed and locked down. Even the county I'm in California, is one of the most highly locked down counties, unfortunately. But when we would go out, we would notice at even the nicer restaurants that were more expensive, like the steakhouses we like to go to occasionally to celebrate our anniversary. I mean, people are wearing sweats, they're wearing workout clothes, and you know, that's cool. I don't mind being casual. I just feel like there's a time and a place, and but everybody has their own opinion about that and everybody's own style. Me, myself, fashion's always been extremely important to me. I'm the type, I work at home full time since COVID started. And guess what? Some days I get dressed and I throw on a pair of high heels just to feel good. Am I going anywhere? No. Is anybody going to see me? No. But I do it for me. Let me know in the comments below what kind of collector you are. No judgment. There's no right or wrong way to collect. I'm just curious, and I thought it would be fun to talk about this with you guys because I am seeing, again, some videos about this. And in a way, I kind of feel like there's a negative view on collectors with my collecting style, maybe. But maybe I'm just being insecure. So anyway, guys, that is it. I just wanted to briefly talk about that and get your thoughts on it. Would love to hear from you in the comments. And look forward to chatting with you guys. I hope you have a great day. Take care.